Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better get me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Won't you join in with me? If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn Steve Harvey got to turn them out, got to turn them up, Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only. Steve Harvey. Man, got a radio show. Yeah, I do. Man, God been so good to me over the years, in spite of all the mistakes I've made, in spite of all the dirt I've done to myself. I'm talking about went in knowing I was wrong. His grace and mercy has forgiven me for all of my sins. God can forgive you of all of your sins. Everything you've done, God can forgive you. He can wipe your slate clean. Now you might have some things you got to deal with because of some of your actions. Understand that. But you can wipe your slate clean with God and start again. You can repent. God has mercy and grace. You can be forgiven by God. Now, people, that's another story. Some people may never forgive you for it. You've hurt them, or maybe they accusing you of doing something else, but, they may never forgive you. But God is in the redemption business, man. God will forgive you for every sin you've ever committed. But you got to want forgiveness now. And then you got to come correct. Because what you can't do is you can't shoot him to crap now. You can say that conversation with him. Whatever you told your lawyer, whatever you told the victims, whatever the story is you got going, if it ain't the truth, you can say that with God. Because please know he know. And he know your heart. He know if you trying to manipulate somebody just for the system, if you trying to say this just so you can get out, he know all of that. So if you planning on shucking him and jiving him, save your breath before you wind up digging yourself in a deeper hole. Just let me give you that piece of advice, because he ain't nothing to play with. He's too great to be played with. And so with that in mind, I want to share some positive stuff with you this morning, man. I want to say this. I want to remind you not to let your circumstance and your situations dictate your future or your results. I'm going to say this again. This is important information, man. Don't let your circumstance and situations dictate your future or your results. Do you know that in order to get a different future or some different results, you control that entire situation? It is you. It is your thoughts that control the entire situation. It is how you look at the situation that will determine how the situation is for you. See, the same situation can be totally different for two different people. Because you can say, you look at the examples of history, just look in your neighborhood. How can, there was a book that a guy wrote one time who had he had a name, and he did some research, and he found a guy that grew up at the same age in the same neighborhood as him with the exact same name. He went on to become a corporate CEO. The other man was an inmate. And they had the same name, grew up in the same neighborhood. They were both brothers, I'm just saying brothers, men. And they grew, and they went two different, because how can two people, the same situation, and the results turn out so different? It is because of the thought process of one was completely different from the thought process of the other. You control it. You don't have to let your circumstances and your situations dictate your future or your results. Here's the way it works. This is so you can understand this. Your mind is the controlling factor of your thoughts. Your thoughts are the controlling factor of your outcome. The Bible says, a man is as he thinketh. Please don't shortplay this scripture here, because this one is the real deal. This is the basis of every self-improvement book you'll ever read. It's already written in the Bible. The Bible has all the information you need, but in case you need a little bit of clarity in some simple modern-day language, then they have self-improvement books. They are all based on biblical scripture. A man is as he thinketh. That's why Norman Vincent Peale wrote the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. That's why a book came out called The Magic of Thinking Big. That's why a book came out called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. All these titles that I've read that have mattered in my life the most, these three major books that I've read, they all say one thing: thinking, thoughts, because that's what controls the outcome. Your brain works one of two ways. It works positive or negative. It works good, which is under the column of positive, or it'll work evil, which is under the column of negative. It will have faith, which is under the column of positive, or you will operate in fear, which is in the column of negative. That is the only way your mind works. Your mind is a factory that's comprised of workers. Those workers are controlled by two foremans, foreman positive and foreman negative. But guess what? The CEO of the company, the head man, the boss, is you. You come to work in the morning and you say, man, today is a great day. I'm going to take steps towards brightening my future. I'm going to take another step into making that dream come true that I've been thinking about. I'm going to take another step forward in the development and the changing of my life in a positive, good direction. If you come to work and say that every day as the CEO, the boss, the foremen can only obey you. So that what you just said was a series of positive statements. Then foreman positive steps to the forefront. He said, I got you, boss, right away. He turns around, he blows the whistle. He alerts all the workers in the factory. Today is a good day. Today we will take steps towards our future. Today we are putting ourselves on track to get a little bit closer to making our dreams come true. Today we will be assembling all the things we need to make our dreams come true and our life better in the right direction. Everybody, break. The workers in the factory turn around and manufacture thoughts to justify the orders given by the boss, which is you. You are the CEO of your corporation. If you don't own nothing else, you own everything that's going on between your two ears. You are the CEO of that corporation. If that corporation is a good one, it's because you set it up that way. If your corporation is a bad one, it's because you set it up that day. If you pushing towards your dreams and you see the possibility of things happening in your life, it's because you as the CEO set it up that way. If you ain't got nothing popping, if you just want to be a criminal, taking stuff from people, throwing your life out the window, you're going to be an inmate, you're going to be sitting up there and you're going to be mad at everybody. You ain't got nobody to be mad at but you. You understand what I'm telling you this morning?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are again. Another blessed day. Listen to me. At least wake up in the morning and tell God you appreciate that. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but you don't have the ability to wake yourself up. Alarm clocks will go off all around the world this morning, and people will not arise to turn them off because it's not the alarm clock that wakes you. God wakes you, allows you to hear the alarm clock. Can everybody say thank you, Lord, for waking me up today?
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Shirley Strawberry.
Hey, good morning, Steve.
One and only Carla Farrell.
Good morning. What's up, crew?
That damn Junior.
Morning, Unc, my mentor. What's happening, bro?
And that fool, Nephew Tommy.
Yeah, in the building, baby. I am here, Uncle Steve.
What's up, bud?
Hey, man, you know,
Hump day. Yeah.
Yeah, hump day.
I'm living my best life.
Oh, Lil Duval hosted the BET Hip Hop Awards last night.
How did he do?
Good.
He did good?
Did good.
I like Lil
Did
Duval.
good. Did his thing. I did too.
On the red carpet, he said he will always be living his best life.
Nah.
I like Lil Duval. Keep going, boy. Make another hit.
Yeah.
Make another hit.
Yeah, so let me ask you guys something. I never asked you. Shirley,
Yes, Steve.
what's on the dream board that you're looking forward to accomplishing?
Something with my daughter, a project I have going on with my daughter.
Carla?
Adopting a child. Because I'm not going to have another baby. So
I didn't know that.
I want to.
Wow.
We want to grow our family. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty slick.
Carla?
Cool.
Carla?
All right, girl.
Junior?
One day have my own morning show.
Really, Junior? You could do that.
Yeah,
Do that.
it's on
That's
there.
awesome, Junior.
Mhm.
It's called Junior's
Really?
Playhouse in the morning.
Claim it.
What about you, Steve Harvey? Oh, you
No,
didn't
it's
ask the
Tommy's
nephew,
turn.
though.
Me? Winton made mine. I ain't had nothing fall off of it yet. Jesus.
Oh, that's nice.
No, I'm just saying it's still on there, Carl. It ain't like I got some of them yet. That's what I mean.
Oh, it's coming, though.
Yeah.
No, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
sir.
Tommy.
Yeah.
No, Tommy. You have them. They just haven't arrived yet. They're on the way.
Thank
All of it's on the way.
I believe in them now.
Yeah.
Unc, I got 2 shows right now. I want a third show. My college quiz show is back. It starts in January. And then I got Ready to Love. I want one more show. I want a third show. That's on my board.
Just like your uncle. That's
Man,
cool stuff.
man, I
man.
got somebody to follow now. I got somebody that's leading me.
Yeah.
Right, your mentor. Yeah.
Yes, sir. We just fight. That's all that is.
All right, good question,
I
Steve.
want to hear his when we come back.
we come back, yeah. Coming up at 32 after the hour, Steve's going to tell us what he's working on, what's on his dream board. And from what I understand, Sister Odelle may make a visit to the morning show as well. We'll find out what's on her dream board as well. All that's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, our special guest will be Steve's daughter, Brandi Harvey.
Hey,
And she has a word for us this morning. Yes, she does. Brandy's going to tell us about her brand new book. It's called Breakthrough, Sold Separately. Brandy will be here at the top of the hour. Right now, it's time for something funny. Before we left, Steve asked us what was on our vision board that we're working on, and he got around to everyone. But time ran out before we got to you, Steve, and we want to hear what you have to say. And then Sister Odell's coming by, too, I hear. And we want to know what's on her dream board as well.
I don't know. I'm just working on a couple of things in the motivational space. I think that's got a bunch of other stuff on it, but that's one that's been like popping up surprisingly to me. You know, I've done a few speaking engagements. I did one in Jamaica this weekend. Got another one coming up in Dubai. I do another one in Botswana. So it's kind of gotten global for me without me even trying real hard.
Steve? What do you speak on?
Just motivational, whatever. Like the theme in Jamaica was getting to the next level. Of course, I happen to know about that because I've been at all the levels. So You know, the story was compelling.
True. From homeless to Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a ride, man.
Uh-oh.
I guess that's our cue.
Yeah.
Moan for Jesus. Just moan. Lord Jesus. Ain't it good? Lord Jesus. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sister
Morning,
Odelle.
Sister
Sister Odelle.
Hey, Carly.
Hey, Sister Odelle, how you doing?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Junior.
Morning, Sister Odelle. It's good to hear from you this morning.
Did you adjust your voice?
No, ma'am.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It pops in and out. It's like it's got a shout in it. Hi, boy.
Yes, ma'am, Sister Odelle. How you doing?
Good. You back to being respectful. That's mighty kind of you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Shirley.
Well, hello and welcome, Sister Odelle.
Well, girl, it's good to be here. God, God, it's good. Hi.
Amen, Sister Odelle.
Just ran right through me just now.
You know what, Sister Odelle?
Huh?
You know what? We were just talking, and normally, we don't ask people, and I don't want to be disrespectful, like of age, what their dreams are. You know what I mean? We usually reserve that for younger people who have the majority of their life ahead of them. But we wanted to take the time, since you're here, to ask you because surely you still have some dreams.
Well, see, when people gets around my age, they don't call them dreams anymore. They call them bucket lists.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. All right.
Good
Well,
point.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. It ain't just what you want to hurry up and do.
That's what the
You know,
bucket
at
list
this age, you need to start scratching stuff off. You ain't got time to build nothing.
All right, well, then tell us.
Yeah, all your building years is done.
Yeah, that
Yes,
reminds
You
me.
just need to get some money out the bank and go on over there and see it.
All right, so what's on your bucket list, Sister Odelle?
Well, I was thinking maybe before I leave this world, thinking about marrying LeBron James.
What?
Go ahead.
Not
Really?
Mrs. James, though. Not Mrs. James.
You're just thinking
Yeah,
about it.
Odell James. You know, they said it'll be easy if I married that wide receiver from the Browns, OBJ. Because then my name is already O, and then his name, Junior.
Junior.
Odell Beckham Jr. And see, it'll be just Odell Jr. But I like Odell James. Big old
Okay.
strong
Yes,
buck come down the floor with that basketball.
Uh-huh.
Jump that high. Ooh.
Yes, ma'am.
Bastard.
I know it'll never happen though. You know, it's just a bucket list thing.
Okay. Well, what's something on the list that is attainable that you think you can?
Wait a minute,
accomplish?
hold on, sweetie. That's bucket lists can happen. You know, it's
bucket
not up
lists?
to you.
This is a
No, it's not. It's not. Okay.
Yeah, it's not up to you, sweetie. You
could
know, I'm
marry-
trying to change and become a better person. So, you know, what you're not going to do is tell me it's not doable.
No, I didn't say that, but no, that's not what I mean. But I'm just
He
wondering.
is married, Sister Odell,
yeah,
currently.
He's married and he's a
Things
lot.
happen. I've been married 11
younger.
times. Things
Yeah.
happen,
Yes, ma'am.
sweetie.
Okay, be
You
positive.
just put it on your list and see how it go.
Okay, what else is on your
She
list,
happy
Sister
about 11 now?
Odell?
Now, I
What-
didn't
what
say I was happy, but
Uh-oh.
wait a minute.
Uh-oh. Every
See,
week, Tommy. Every
You know,
week.
every week, here you come.
Get him, Odell.
You know, just always, you know, you just get on your tippy toes and you just start talking. It's just amazing how you just won't shut your mouth.
Okay, I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shirley.
Oh, gee.
Amazing.
I don't know how Kate does it. I'd have been and put your lips in so far back down your throat.
Okay, what else, Sister Odelle? Marrying LeBron
You know, I was
James.
listening to your strawberry letter yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
And you had that letter where that fool had jumped on his 16-year-old girl and was tussling in the floor like
yes.
they was two dudes in the street.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Girl, that remind me of that time. Harry Tubman's father slapped her in the mouth. We were sitting on the porch.
Uh-huh.
Harry Tubman pulled that gun out and shot him.
We gotta come back. I want to ask her something.
Just wanted to throw that out for you. A little history, black history, that little known black history fact.
In October. We love it. All right. Well, thank you, Sister Odelle. Coming up, it's Nephew's Run That Prank Back. And before he gets to the prank, he said he wants to ask you something. We'll
Thanks,
be back.
sweetie.
Right, you're welcome, darling. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, our special guest will be the one and only Brandi Harvey, Steve's daughter. She has a brand new book out. We'll talk about that with her.
That's real nice. That's real nice. What do Tommy want with me?
Yeah.
Right
Right before we
Odelle,
get to the prank.
You know, you brought up Sister, you Miss Harriet Tubman. You brought her up.
Knew her very well.
Yeah, when we were talking to you earlier. And I just wanted to know, how, so are you a free slave? I don't, because if
I
you
ain't
was
never
with,
been a slave.
well, how was you there when Harriet daddy whooped? You know, how was you there?
I
then?
said we were sitting on the porch talking.
Whoa.
Okay, but Harriet was a slave. So
Where did you read that Harriet was a slave?
so you was free too?
Is I'm free now, fool?
I guess so.
I was back sitting on her porch taking care of her daddy. She shot him in the leg.
Oh.
She just went down there and told everybody, come on, if you turn around, I'll shoot you. And if you don't believe I will, ask Odelle. She taking care of my damn daddy. I shot my daddy. I know damn well I'll shoot you.
She said, ask Odelle.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
gotta call a
Thank
little
y'all
black.
for having me. See you next week.
Yes, ma'am, Sister
Bye,
Odelle.
Sister Odelle.
Bye-bye.
Oh, God, it's good. Glory. Hey, Jesus.
All right, nephew. Now that Sister Odelle is gone, what you got? Run that prank back. What you got for us?
Sleeping security guard. Sleeping security guard. Here we go.
Security booth, may I help you?
Hey, this
Sir, can you
This-
speak up? I can barely hear you.
is this a security booth down by the gate?
Yes, sir. This is security booth.
Yeah, listen, man. It's some people next door to me. They keep. I'm hearing a bunch of scuffling and stuff going on, but I ain't really sure what's happening. I heard
okay.
this lady scream or something, man. But I just.
Okay, sir, if you could give us the unit number that you're in, we could have somebody come right over there and check that out. Hello? Sir? Sir? Hello?
Yep.
Sir, are you
Hello?
okay?
Yeah, I got a sleeping disorder, man. So I be
Oh, okay.
falling asleep. But
I
these
understand.
people next door to me, man, they was sitting there. I heard this lady scream, and I didn't want nobody to, start shooting or nothing, because I know they was arguing pretty heavily. And then I know they must have been fighting, because I heard some.
I
scuffle.
understand, sir. Sir, what unit are you in? Hello? Sir, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Are you okay?
Is this you the security guy, right?
Yes, sir. You called us about 10 minutes ago, and we've been trying to find out what unit you're in.
Well, yeah, man. These people up here, man, they arguing, and I'm hearing more people over there now, and they fighting, man. I know I hear two. It's gotta be two men in there fighting. This lady over.
Sir.
Scream,
I hate to interrupt you, but
I hear
if
some
you could
kids.
just tell me the unit, sir. The
I
unit.
hear some kids over there too.
Sir, we need to know the unit so that we can come out and investigate. Hello? Hello? Sir? Hello? Hello? Sir? Hey, look. I cannot do this all day. I am trying to work. I cannot be around with you on the phone. Could you please give me your unit number?
Sir, them people over there, they arguing, man. I know you.
Yes, you have said that they are arguing. I heard you when you said that they were arguing. Sir, if you just give me that unit number that either you're in or the unit number you hear the noise coming from, we could have somebody come over there and check that out immediately. So what unit number are you in again, sir?
Do you hear him arguing? See, let me put.
No, I only hear your snoring. I need the unit number.
Let me see. Listen, I'm gonna put the phone up. Do you hear him? You hear him?
Yes, sir, but I don't hear the unit number. I need the unit number. Without the unit number, we're just having a conversation. Hello? 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 Sir, are you there?
Yo. Oh, hey man, you checked on them people?
No, sir, we have not checked on the people because we have not been able to get the unit number from you. Sir? Dude, this falls asleep. Every time he gets ready to tell me something, he falls asleep. Come here. You got to hit it. He's falling asleep. Hey, man, come here. Dude, this guy is falling asleep on the phone. I can't get the unit out of him because he's falling asleep. Hello, sir? Hello, sir? Sir? Hey, man, I don't know what unit he's in. He's falling asleep. Every time I ask him something, he falls asleep. He keeps telling me they're over there fighting, but I don't hear him. He won't tell me the unit. I'm sorry. I don't know the unit. What the would you wake your up, please? Hey, I got a guy on the phone that says that he's hearing some screaming over by his unit, but he's falling asleep. Can't get him to tell me what the unit number is. Hey, dude, come here. Listen to this. Listen. Hello. I'm gonna need you to wake up, sir.
Okay.
Sir, could you please give me the unit?
Well, I gotta ask you something. How come all y'all do is just sit on y'all and watch cars come in and out that door instead of helping people that need help?
Because ignorant like you won't give us a unit number.
You shut your up hollering at me. You need to do your damn job, you rent-a-cop.
I'm a rent-a-cop, but your is falling asleep. Would you just give me the unit number, please?
I'll give you the unit number. You ready for the unit number? Are you listening to me?
Yes. I'm listening to you, sir.
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your co-worker.
Y'all crazy. Y'all got me out here walking around this complex looking for people hollering and screaming and your sleepy falling asleep every 35 seconds.
Let me ask you something, man. What is the baddest radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, thank you, nephew. Coming up at the top of the hour, our special guest, Steve's daughter, our friend, our girl, Brandi Harvey, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, you all, we got a special guest today. This morning is my firstborn child. This one here, Lord Jesus, this one here grew me up, for real. I was just 25 years old, and I was, doing my thing, and then her and her sister came along, and, oh, God, Lord Jesus. Oh, God. What have I done? I had no idea what I was in for. They grew me up. This is one half of my twins. I'm really proud of her, though. Brandi's been doing some incredible work over the years, really establishing herself as a speaker, as a motivator, as a nutritionist, as a workout guru, philanthropist, and just an entrepreneur. Well, now she done took after her daddy for real. She's an author.
Come on,
you know, all of them. Just trying to be just like your damn daddy.
Come on now.
Her new book is entitled, listen to this, you all, Breakthrough, Sold Separately. Breakthrough, Sold Separately. It's a guide for anyone who needs a push to move past your past and to step into your divine destiny. And as her father, I'm pretty proud of this girl right here. She's here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the show my firstborn daughter, Brandi Harvey.
Aw, what a nice intro, Brandi.
Oh,
what's up, Brandi Harvey?
Yes.
You made me tear up on that one.
Listen.
Well, welcome back, Brandi. It's been a minute since you've spent time with us. Well, first of all, before we get to the book, Brandi, I just want to say you founded your active wellness brand Beyond Her, and you're all about empowering women to eat well, to give a darn, and to care for the mind, body, and spirit. So what was your inspiration for starting your wellness brand to begin with?
You know, my inspiration for starting Beyond Her, that every woman takes the journey beyond. And beyond is where our power lies. It's where the infinite is. And so if we can tap into that mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, we can eat well, we can live well, and we can be well in the world.
No, seriously, that's good.
It really is.
And you wrote a book. You wrote your new book. Your dad just talked about it. He gave us the title, Breakthrough, Sold Separately. It serves as a guide to help us to stop dreaming of the life we want and align with our purpose and live up to our full potential. So tell us more about the book. I can't wait.
You know, I'm so excited about this book. And really, the title of this book was confirmed when I spoke at the Vault Empowerment Conference in Los Angeles. I had done this message, Breakthrough, Sold Separately, and I think so often we think that the breakthrough is included in our lives. But it is the thing we have to work for. We are going to have to eventually get out of the boat of mediocrity and walk on water in our lives. Absolutely walk on water.
Wow. How proud are you right now, powerful. Steve Harvey? How proud are you right now?
I think that Brandi has
yeah.
listened over the years to a lot of things I've said, but she's put her own twist on it, obviously. I like the title of the book, Breakthrough, Sold Separately.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that captures that old saying that the dream is absolutely free, the hustle is sold separately.
Right.
So I think that ties into the breakthrough is sold separately. I think that's a smart title.
Steve, this is great. You should really be proud. We're going to continue with more from your daughter, Brandi, at 20 minutes after the hour. But right now, let's get a quick check on today's headlines. What you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you, everybody. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Well, Dallas police claim they've solved the murder of the key witness in the Amber Guyger case, 28-year-old Joshua Brown, who was expected to be the best witness in the promised investigation into law enforcement's actions the night that Amber Guyger murdered Botham Jean. He was found shot and killed in the parking lot outside his new apartment complex only 10 days after he testified in that trial. Dallas Assistant Chief Avery Moore says they have 3 suspects.
We have identified 3 suspects in the Joshua Brown murder. All 3 suspects came from Alexandria, Louisiana, to purchase drugs from Joshua Brown. Thaddeus Green shot Joshua Brown 2 times. There's been speculation and rumors claiming that Mr. Brown's death was related to the Amber Guyger trial, and somehow the Dallas Police Department was responsible. That is simply not true.
Well, some members of the community are still doubtful about that, though, insisting that cops have planted drugs and set people up to be killed before. One suspect's in custody while the other two are still being sought. A West Palm Beach judge who thought it was appropriate to sentence a gainfully employed young black man who took care of his grandfather to 10 days in jail just because he overslept and missed his first day of jury duty claims he had a change of mind. However, there was a national outcry over that decision. Most lawyers pointed out that when something like that happens, the penalty is usually just a fine. But Judge John Kastarinakis called himself teaching 21-year-old DeAndre Somerville a lesson by giving him a, quote, taste of jail. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, not the only legislator to see Kastarinakis' action as one of the ways the criminal justice system tries to give young black men records as soon as possible. In the wake of intense national criticism, Kastarinakis now says he'll have Somerville's sentence vacated. Before this, Somerville had no record. The Trump White House says it's refusing to cooperate with the, quote, baseless, unconstitutional congressional impeachment inquiry. And that's a quote from the letter. Yesterday, the State Department said that U.S. Ambassador to the European Union, Gordon Sondland, would not be allowed to testify, even though Sondland, who was a big Trump political supporter, had flown here from Europe to testify. And Elliot Engel, chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, tells NPR that's the wrong attitude.
Obstruction of Congress was one of the things that impeached Richard Nixon. We'd rather not use it or anything else. We would rather find out the truth, and we demand that they not stop people from coming to testify. We're not accepting what this administration has done, and if anyone fails to cooperate with this inquiry, we'll consider it obstruction, and we'll presume they have something to hide, and we'll move on from there.
The Centers for Disease Control says more than 1,000 cases of vaping-related illnesses have now taken place. Today is Moldy Cheese Day. That's right. Now back to more Steve with Steve's daughter, Brandi, 20 after the hour on the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Well, our special guest today is Steve's daughter, Brandi Harvey, and we're talking to Brandi about her brand new book. It's called Breakthrough, sold separately. We'll also talk about some interesting father-daughter stuff.
So, Brandi, let's get back to it now. Tell us a little bit more.
Thank you. It really is not just about, there's so many ways that we can have breakthroughs in our lives, and they come from really first taking 100% responsibility for your life. Losing the victim story, the woe is me, they did it to me story, and taking control of your life. And that's the mental control. And we all have that ability to find that power within us, but it's going to take some faith. It's going to take some water walking in our lives.
Girl,
but you must listen.
That's so wonderful.
Listen, I am so proud because what really makes me proud is not just that this is just a body of work that I've really spent, so many years, in my wellness journey since I was 19 years old, enhancing my wellness journey. But, I took the healing journey. And I think that when you begin to uncover and heal your life, from the inside out, that it's not just about how you show up, physically, but how do you show up and be well in the world? You show up as a light in the world. And I had to go do some real healing. I committed to therapy. I made these very, really acute changes to my life, so I could dig up the roots, uncover the problem, and I show up as the highest version of myself. I really just wanted to show up as the best version of me. And this book is a how-to because it's how I did it. But it's not to say that your journey is going to look like mine. It's supposed to be custom to your life because everybody's boat is different. But when you get out of the boat, God is there to meet you on the water, for your destiny, to propel you to the next level. And I'm so thankful that my dad, gave me the push. He let me go. He let me go as the executive director of his foundation, but he knew that there was something that I was supposed to do.
Well, thank God. Look at her now.
Yeah. If her damn brother make one more mistake, his ass gone. Yeah. I ain't got no problem. The surprise is I ain't fired Tommy ass yet. That's the surprise. I cut my own daughter loose, but it was because Brandi had other things in her. And what I had to let Brandi go and discover was what it was to be. Like, Marjorie says this all the time, and I had to understand it. All of our children's wings work
All your kids' wings work. But you got to let them get out the nest to see.
Okay, wait. Let's keep this breakthrough conversation going at 34 after the hour, okay? We'll have more with Steve's daughter, Brandi Harvey, right after this. This is good.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, proud Papa Steve, your oldest daughter, Brandi Harvey, is our special guest. We've been talking to Brandi about her brand new book, Breakthrough, sold separately. And you guys were talking about your father and daughter breakthrough. So come on, Steve.
Okay, so Brandi, let's get back to this part right here. Releasing her allowed her to become what she is today. She didn't need to be the head of the foundation.
No.
She needed to be the head of her life.
Come
100%.
You know,
We break through it right now.
and part of her, a big part of Brandi's breakthrough and what can help a lot of people in this book is you got to quit being the victim. And we had a moment in my office one day where she was sitting up there and was the victim. And I was just sitting there looking because I didn't raise them to be victims.
No.
No, I raised them to be champions, leaders.
Absolutely.
Entrepreneurs, fearless people,
Yeah.
gangsters.
Right.
You know?
Okay,
That's
seriously.
what I did, and that's what I did. And August 23rd, 2017, I was let go from the foundation. But August 23rd, 2019, I sent this book off to the publisher. And so there is nothing but God in this story.
Wow.
Nothing but God. 2 years to the day. And so I'm so grateful because my dad's push propelled me into my destiny. And so to even sit here now to hold this conversation, I feel extremely honored, but I know that there's a supernatural divine power that is working in my life and that everybody has that power within them to transform their lives from the inside out.
Yeah. And, we as parents sometimes, because we love our children so much, we do have a tendency, if we don't let them go, or in your case, Steve, release them, as you say, fire them or whatever you want to call it, we will have a tendency to enable our children and they will become dependent upon us and resentful and all of that. So in this instance, it worked. Sometimes firing is good, and like you say, you can go on and reach your destiny. And Brandi, you've always been deep, and we love you. I love the relationship you have with your dad.
She's such a great speaker, Brandi.
Yes.
I've always told you that. I have always pulled Brandi to the side. I want Brandi to run for office somewhere. Because this girl...
There's a lot of
skeletons in that closet.
Your dad says the same thing, Brandi. Your dad says the same thing.
Wait, hold up. She a great speaker.
Yes, you haven't heard her speak. I know you have.
The hell you think she get it from? The hell y'all sitting up in here like this, like this a new sprout?
We're just letting her have her shine.
That's seed. Shine nothing.
you know he's in on this. He's been in on this since the beginning.
100%.
And I have learned so much. I've learned so much by watching my dad, be such a beacon of light in the community, but also, be a shining example of success. And so I've had the blueprint in front of me. And so with this book, of the breakthrough, it really speaks to my own personal breakthrough of how I had to get out of the boat of mediocrity and walk on water. And we all have that Christ-like potential. And I'm so excited because the book is available today on Amazon. You can one-click this book to your house.
Oh, I love it.
Right now.
I love it.
So
I'm going to do that.
I'm going to do it right now, Brandi.
I'm going to do it too. The book is called, it's by Brandi Harvey, Steve's baby girl. Breakthrough, sold separately, okay? That is the name of the book. You can
now,
get it
and we
today
can get the
online.
book where? Let me get everybody to get this book.
Yeah.
The book is on Amazon?
The book is on Amazon. It's on Kindle or on paperback. The book is available on Amazon right now.
Listen up, everybody. If you need a breakthrough, if you've been struggling to find your breakthrough, the name of the book is Breakthrough, sold separately. Now listen, y'all can go to Amazon and get it. You can get it on Kindle. Give it to somebody that you think might need a breakthrough.
Yes.
Give it to yourself. Give it to somebody that you want to leave your house.
I'm going to give it to you, Steve.
Stay in there too long.
I'm going to buy it and
maybe
give it
they
to
need
you,
a damn
Steve.
breakthrough. Maybe you got somebody in a cubicle next to you that you really want to just go get another job. Get the book for them.
You know what? This book is for everybody. I'm going to go now because I feel like I done overstayed.
All right. Thank you, Brandi. Wow, that was great. Coming up next, Nephew Tommy with today's prank phone call.
Hello.
Coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today's subject. I'm too sexy to have male friends. Yeah, wait till you hear this letter, okay? Right now, the nephew in the building with today's prank phone call. What do you have for us today, Nev? What you got?
Your drunk husband.
What?
Yeah. Your drunk husband. Let's run it. Here it is. Come on, cat dog.
Hello?
You got to hold on a minute, okay? All right, I got your phone. I'll give your wife a call.
Hello?
All right? Right now, you're inebriated, sir. Okay? Right now, I should be taking you in, but I'm not going to do that. You let me. If she's able to come and pick you up, I'll let her come get you. All right? Officer Brian's going to put you in his squad car. I'm going to call your wife. I've got the phone dialing now. All right? Okay. Hello?
Hello? Who is this?
Hello. Who am I speaking with, please?
Who is this?
This is Officer Daniels.
Officer Daniels. You just called from. This is my husband's number. Who is Officer Daniels?
I am Officer Daniels, ma'am. Your husband's actually been pulled over, and he's been he's in another officer's car. He's a little bit inebriated here, and we're trying to see about getting him picked up. I'm trying my best not to take him in today, so I'm trying to be a good Samaritan. I'm trying to get someone to come and pick him up.
Hold on. Back up. You got my husband.
What I got here on the driver's license is Kenny.
And he's with you now.
He's actually in Officer Brian's squad car right now. So he was actually bobbing and weaving out on the road, and we pulled him over. He's not creating any problems. The young lady wasn't creating any problems. So what we're trying to do is get somebody to come and pick him up.
You don't have my husband because my husband is at work, so he can't be in no Officer Brian or in your car. Back up. Tell me again, did you say somebody was with Kenny?
There was a young lady in the car, man. We're actually letting her go because she's not inebriated. From the looks of it, she's calling somebody to pick her up now.
Man, no, I can't believe this. Kenny, I know that dirty son got nobody in my car. That's my car. And you said that he had, tell me this, officer, tell me this. Look at that and tell me what she looked like. It better not be that. Better not be the one I think she is.
I have no idea exactly. Excuse me, ma'am.
I know.
Ma'am, what exactly is your name?
About in my car, he's supposed to be working.
I'm sorry? Jasmine.
Okay.
You're Jasmine. Okay.
Bridget.
No, just stay there. We'll talk to you in a moment. Yeah, her name is Jasmine. I'm not sure who she is in relation to Kenny, but
keep him there. Keep it. Yeah, hold him there till I get there. I'm on my way. I'm on my way right now. Hey, Bridget, I want you to watch these children for me till I get back. I'm going to see if I can get me a ride up to the truck stop, and I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, ma'am. Listen, I can't stay here too much longer. I can stay here maybe another 15, 20 minutes. Somebody come get the car. But I got to keep moving here. I'm just trying to do a favor and not take this guy in.
I'm on my way. I got my purse in my hand. I'm on my way to that truck stop. Please don't take that nowhere because I got something for his. And when I get there, I hope like hell it ain't that that's been calling me with me all through the night. Leave her there till I get there because I got some things that I need to take care of this day. Don't move the squad car till I get there. I'm on my way right now. Right now. I'll be there in a minute. That took my car and picked up that today. We done had arguments over this. It better not be that. It better not. I bet you it better not be her. It better not be her. I'm on my way. I'll be there in a minute. I'll be there. Keep that till I get there.
Okay, well, now, there's a guy that was with Kenny. Let me close my door so you can hear me better, man. There was another gentleman that was in the back seat of the car that was riding with Kenny and the young lady.
I don't give a about no other riding with Kenny. You just make sure he's there when I get there.
Okay. Now, do you know who this other gentleman? Do you know Nephew Tommy?
I don't care about no nephew Tommy.
Nephew Tommy.
Cynthia, this is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby. Your husband Kenny got me to prank phone call you.
Man, you and Kenny can kiss. So let me tell you what was just going to happen to Kenny Nephew Tommy. I was going to go down to Bankhead in 285 and tell him when he get home he's still going to
Oh, my God. You all right?
Oh, my God. Nah, I'm going to kick. Where you at, Tommy?
Oh, man, he told me, he said, man, my wife don't play. He said, call my wife, man, and prank my wife. You all right, Cynthia?
I'm good, Tommy. I'm good. But what for real, though? Is he at work or he with
No, he at work. He in your car at work. He works.
You better be at work.
Hey, baby, tell me this. What's the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show. I don't know.
How was that right there? How was that right
You
there?
played too
You
much.
know how it was.
Did I put some stupid on it?
Drunk up.
Did I sprinkle some stupid?
Junior, don't say nothing.
I know. Irrelevant statement.
All right, let me put this out there. Well, you know, I got to make sure I put my stupid on it. You know, I got to do that. Let me make this announcement. Jackson, Mississippi. I'm supposed to be there this weekend. The club is not opening this weekend. I was the grand opening this weekend because that's how you grand open. You grand open with somebody like me. All right? All right, that's how you open. But you stay tuned. I'll keep you posted on when the show will happen, but it's not happening this weekend. They working on some things, but nevertheless, the nephew is still coming. As soon as I let you know, I will be there. Now, guess where I am going to be?
Where?
Ask me where.
Where?
Where?
Ask
Mississippi.
No.
I'm sorry.
October 18th and 19th, I'm in Chicago, Illinois, at the Airy Crown. That's 2 nights, the 18th and 19th, along with me, one of the craziest ones in comedy, Lavelle Crawford, Corey Holcomb, Tony Roberts, DC Young Fly, Country Wayne, and it's hosted by yours truly, Nephew Tommy. That's 2 nights at the Airy Crown, the 18th and 19th of October, Friday and Saturday. Tickets are on sale right now. You can go to all Ticketmaster outlets, or you can go to the Airy Crown box office and get you some tickets. Once again, that is a lineup right there. Lavelle Crawford, Corey Holcomb, Tony Roberts, DC Young Fly, Country Wayne, and yours truly, the nephew, holding it down, hosting the whole show, 18th and 19th. Tickets on sale right now. No, Shirley, I have no comp tickets. Thank you.
Okay, well then I won't be there.
Oh,
Thank
see right
you.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cleared that
Back.
up.
Yeah. You weren't expecting that answer, was you?
Yeah, I was.
That's settled. Next.
But I want you to pay your sick ticket and come see me and support me.
Okay. Is it going to charity? The money for
Not
the ticket?
this show.
Oh, okay then.
Not this show right here.
Okay. See if it was going to charity.
Okay, that's when you.
Absolutely. That's for charity.
And how much do you give to charity?
How much are your tickets?
That's where we going.
I'll be there that week.
I thought at some point we were friends.
That's why I'm not buying a ticket.
Okay, all right. Who you hollering at?
You.
Who you hollering at?
I'm looking at you and hollering at
See,
you.
a lot
at
of
the
people
same
don't
time.
know. I know you cuss when you get mad. A lot of people don't know that.
God.
Oh, say you don't. Say it.
I don't.
Shirley. See, why you looking at the ground?
I'm not.
Look me in my eyes and say I don't cuss when I get mad.
No one on the radio can see me do it. Look at you in your eyes.
They know how
We
big your
gotta
eyes
go. We gotta go. I know they comment all the time on my IG. All right, coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today, and we'll get right into it. The subject is I'm too sexy to have male friends right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please, 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 baby, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM, okay? And click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. We're going to do it.
Please, baby. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the strawberry letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, I'm too sexy to have male friends. Dear Steve and Shirley, I have a problem with how men see me. I was married for 25 years and I got divorced 3 years ago and decided to move to another state for a clean slate. I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now. I want to enjoy being single a while, but I would like male companionship occasionally. So here is my problem. I look younger than I am, and apparently I ooze sexiness, no matter how I'm dressed or if I have on makeup or not. When I meet a man, all he does is compliment me on how I look and how sexy I am. I'm an all-natural woman from my hair to my breasts and to my behind. Every man I meet in person or online is only interested in seeing me naked. There is always an innuendo about my body or my lips or the way I walk. I feel like a fantasy more so than a woman. Men don't take me seriously, and I'm not used to this treatment. When I was married, men seemed more interested in what I had to say. To me, I am average looking and I have a few flaws, but I am funny, smart, and loyal. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm not a wild woman that seeks attention from men. I don't know how I can turn this sexy vibe off, but trying to find companionship has been a disappointment. Do people not start out as friends anymore? What can I do to get a man to see past my sexiness and pay attention to the entire package? Wow, what a problem to have.
We're going to send this picture, though. We're going to get this picture sent to him.
What a problem to have, all sexy and stuff. I mean, well, you know, men are visual. Yes, they are. But the stuff you describe in the letter, all this sexual stuff, these things they're pointing your way, I think it's uncalled for, okay? It sounds like you're an attractive woman, you're sexy, you're well put together, you're confident, but you just keep running into some real losers, I guess, at this point, people that you're not interested in. And what you want is a nice gentleman to take you out to dinner, just to, you know, maybe go to the movies and stuff like that. So I just think you need to change your game up, you know, online, maybe go to... because you say these guys online only want to see you naked, and the guys you meet only want to see you naked. I'm not one to blame the woman for what she has on or anything like that, but you did mention your butt and your breasts and all of that. So what are you wearing? I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, what are you wearing? Are you wearing what are you wearing? I just want to know. But anyway, you can be sexy, you can be attractive, you can be all those things. I just think this caliber of men that you're attracting, you probably need to go to other places. Go to places where you can meet different types of men. That's what I'm saying. If you have girlfriends, check out your girlfriends. See where they're going to meet a different class of men. I think that's what the issue is here, especially this online dating site you're on. So talk to your friends, your female friends, things like that, and even your male friends, because you want to meet some classier guys, more gentlemen. So you need to get in a group where gentlemen are. Basically, Steve?
Wow. This letter is a bit confusing because I agree with a lot of what you were saying, Shirley. But, when I read this letter, I'm too sexy to have male friends. Now, this woman has a problem with how men see her. She told us that she was married for 25 years, divorced 3 years ago, decided to move to another state for a clean slate. When you get divorced and move out the state for a clean slate, it's because everybody knew y'all was married. Everybody knew him or something. Y'all was popular. People don't get divorced and move out of state normally. So I'm assuming you were in the spotlight or something to that effect. And maybe the word got out about the divorce, maybe there was some embarrassing things, and you just wanted to start over, which is a good move. Now, I'm not looking for a serious relationship right now, so I want to enjoy being single for a while. This is the key in this whole letter. You're not looking for a serious relationship, and you want to enjoy being single. Well, if you're not looking for a serious relationship, How can you attract a serious relationship? And if you want to enjoy being single, welcome to the single world. Because this is what it is now. But here's my problem. I look younger than I am, and apparently I ooze sexiness no matter how I'm dressed, or I have makeup on or not. When I meet a man, all he does is compliment me on how sexy I am. I'm an all-natural woman from my hair to my breast to my behind. She said, I ooze sexiness.
Yep, she did. She did.
Yeah.
You can't turn off sexy. Hell, I can't.
Come on now.
Come on.
I've been struggling with this problem, girl. But that's where you at.
Wait, hold on. What,
You
did
done
you
set
hear
up
your
his-
nephew?
What did he say, Shirley?
Nothing. Go ahead. No.
Hey,
He
Shirley.
said you can't turn it off. He said me either.
Me either. With confidence, too.
I know, but
He didn't mean it. No, he didn't mean that.
It just came out. I'm sorry.
I just needed, that's what you said. No way in hell he could have meant that. Thank you, Shirley. Yeah, we'll be back with what the rest of I think after this.
Okay. All right, we're going to have part 2 of Steve's response coming up at 23 after the hour. Subject of this very confusing letter is called I'm Too Sexy to Have Male Friends. We'll get back into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. The subject, I'm too sexy to have male friends.
Well, as far as we got was, this woman been married 25 years, got a divorce, and she just got a problem with how men see her. She moved to another state. She's not looking for a serious relationship right now, and I want to enjoy being single for a while. Well, this whole letter does just that. You don't want a serious relationship now, and you want to enjoy being single. Well, this whole letter is giving you that. See, ma'am, you can't want one thing, then when you get it, then don't want it. So here's the problem. I look younger than I am, apparently ooze sexiness no matter how I'm dressed or if I have on makeup or not. When I meet a man, all he does is compliment me on how I look and how sexy I am. I'm an all-natural woman from my hair to my breast to my behind. Every man I meet in person or online is only interested in seeing me naked. Let's stop right there. Every man you meet online or in person is only interested in seeing you naked. Now, I'm like, Shirley, what do you have on? Now, listen to me. It don't take much. I'll give it to you. Look, men, we can be oh so ignorant at times. Yeah. I got it. So I'm not blaming you for what you wear, but you're attracting the same comments over and over and over. If you're attracting the same comments all the time, I want to see you naked. Then what you got on that's damn near got you naked? See, something is happening, ma'am, and exactly. I don't know what it is, but I want you to think about this. Then you say, as every man I meet online, there's always an innuendo about my body or my lips or the way I walk. Now, if you online and somebody got something to say about your body or the way you walk, it's because that's what you posted. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry, man, but that's just all to it. Now, I feel like a fantasy more than a woman. What? Wow, that's a pretty cool problem to have.
That's what I said.
Men don't take me seriously, and I'm not used to this treatment. When I was married, men seemed more interested in what I had to say because they knew they couldn't get to you. To me, I'm average looking. Okay, stop that. That's a way to try to back it down a little bit. But if you was average looking, you'd be getting average ass requests. And I have a few flaws. Yeah, we don't see them. But I'm funny, smart, and loyal. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm not a wild woman. That's probably true. That seeks attention from men. I don't know how I can turn this sexy vibe off. But now, see, listen to me. You don't seek the attention of men, but you keep getting it. Now, if you online and they only want to see you naked, they always complimenting the way you walk. I want to see you naked and all this here, right here, right here. somebody is attracting the same thing because you're exuding the same thing. See, this sexiness that just oozes out you, that you can't stop.
That what, Steve?
That just oozes out you. It oozes out of me. You know, honey draw flies. But then so do sugar honey iced tea.
Ooh.
Now you got to make up your mind because you can do something about this. But if you saying you're not interested in a serious relationship, then guess what? Nobody's going to treat you seriously. If you say you just want to enjoy the single life, this is what single life is now. They hitting on people. They hooking up on apps. They hooking up online. See, you've requested this in your letter. I don't want no serious relationship. Ain't nobody trying to give you one. They just want to see you naked. You just said you ain't want no serious relationship. See, words are very powerful. I think people lose the sight of how powerful words are. Stop saying things, and then when it comes back to you, you mad because you got it. I'm not looking for a serious relationship. Ain't nobody offering none. I just want to enjoy the single life. This what they doing now. They hooking up on Tinder. They sexting on online apps. That's what you asked for. How can I turn this sexy vibe off? Why don't you change your request? Why don't you change your ambition? Now, if you don't want to be in a relationship right now, I can understand that. Then don't get in relationship situations. You sitting down across dinner from a man, he gonna want some kind of relationship now. So if you tired of being married and tired of 25, just go do you for a while. But you done invited all these men in because you want to have some fun and all this here. It's 25 years later, baby. Fun done change. What can I do to get a man to see past my sexiness and pay attention to the entire package? Tell these men that they can only get, that you're only interested in a package. Quit going on these meaningless ass dates. Meaningless dates is going to result in meaningless results.
Yep.
I don't know how else to say it to you, sister.
All right, Steve, we get it. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM and on Instagram and Facebook. Don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 after the hour, we'll talk about some of the highlights from last night's BET Hip Hop Awards right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
In trending hip-hop news, last night was the 2019 BET Hip Hop Awards. It was hosted by the one and only Lil Duval. Yes.
Oh, that boy was clean.
I know. Performances included Lil Duval, Chance the Rapper, The Baby, Lil Baby, Lil Jon, Megan Thee Stallion, Offset, Anderson .Paak, Rick Ross, T-Pain, Lil Jon. It was a music celebration, including some really fly fashion. Shout out to Lil Kim, the Queen Bee. Yes. She rocked a pink.
You love her.
Yes. I mean, how can you not? She definitely is the Queen Bee. Rocked a pink Gucci outfit by Dapper Dan. On the red carpet, Lil Kim also took home the I Am Hip Hop Award. Also, shout out to BET for their first ever comedy cypher to bridging comedy and hip hop, featuring Chico Bean, Carlos Miller, Affion Crockett, and Lil Duval. That was fun.
Bean, baby.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. That
yeah.
was cool, though.
Yeah, I mean,
comedy
I
and
was,
hip hop, they got a lot in common now these days.
Yeah, they
cool.
do. And congratulations once again to Queen Bee. I mean, who's more deserving than Lil Kim when you talk about I Am Hip Hop and the Hip Hop Awards? So congratulations to her.
She's a bad girl.
And she rocked that stage too.
She know how to work a stage.
Yes,
Love
yes, she
Kim.
did.
I love Kim and Lil C's reunion with him.
Yes,
and,
yes.
Oh, the keys to Lil C.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It really, really was. And congratulations to Lil Duval, too. He did an outstanding job.
I'm happy for Duval.
Yeah, man.
I really am,
Yep.
man.
He said he's always going to be living his best life.
Yeah.
He's such a cool dude, though, man.
He is.
Yeah. Great attitude.
He like a little cousin. You know, he like a little cousin.
Yes, yes.
You know who was cute? Tiana Taylor, Shirley, her haircut.
Oh, yeah.
She's
her
rocking
haircut,
this short
yeah.
haircut.
It was good, though.
She had on a nice dress, too.
And she's got the bang in his body.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Dawson. When you want the papers drawn
Tell
up?
him, Junior.
When
Tell
you want
him.
the papers drawn up? This weekend? Monday?
Monday.
So it's safe to say, though,
what?
Kim was rocking the Gucci outfit and the big old Gucci belt. And so
T.I. was there?
We good?
T.I. was there?
Good?
Well, Dapper
Dog.
Dan, yeah, he did her outfit. He dressed her.
Dog, Dapper Dan is a legend. If he through with it, we got to all get in line.
Yeah.
You gotta
You can rock
respect
it
the
again,
Godfather.
Steve.
I mean, my sneaks is clean. I just didn't know I could put them on again. My stuff been ready.
I know.
I done missed some cold outfits because
Yeah.
I didn't wear my Gucci sneaks.
T.I. is our leader, so if he's cool with it, we're cool with it, right?
Yeah.
All right, listen, coming up at the top of the hour, the judge in the Amber Guyger murder trial defends hugging her at the sentencing. We'll talk about it at the top of the hour right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
District Judge Tammy Kemp, who is a sister who presided over the Amber Guyger trial, she's come under fire for the compassion that she showed last week to Amber Guyger. Of course, Amber Guyger was convicted of murdering Botham Jean. During Geiger's sentencing, the victim's brother, Brant Jean, also wished her well and hugged her, talking about Amber Guyger. Both Judge Kemp and Brant Jean's actions have angered some in the African-American community. Judge Kemp said that Amber Guyger asked her twice for a hug. She hesitated the first time. Judge Kemp told NBC News, "I could not refuse that woman a hug." Take a listen.
I'm trying to look at the person beyond the act.
This morning, District Judge Tammy Kemp speaking publicly for the first time, sharing how the Amber Guyger murder trial changed her and her courtroom forever.
Can I give her a hug, please?
Yes.
Moments like when Brant John asked the judge if he could hug the woman who killed his brother. That surprising and emotional hug leading to another from the judge herself.
I just said to her, Miss Geiger, Mr. Jean has forgiven you. Please forgive yourself so that you can live a purposeful life. And she said, do you think my life can still have purpose? And I said, I know it can. We, the jury.
After a jury convicted Geiger of murder and sentenced her to 10 years, Kemp stepped away and returned with a Bible, handing it to Geiger, who asked for a hug before going to prison.
Your job is to do justice, to love mercy, and walk humbly. So how can you not hug this lady? So we hugged.
What'd you feel then?
I felt somebody who was incredibly fragile.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, it's things like this. We are in such a world of hate now that any acts of compassion and love is almost startling because we've accepted hate and boycotting and lawsuits and dislikes and all this. We've accepted it as the norm. We accept it from the White House now. That's the norm. So when you see in any act of compassion, any act of love, any act of forgiveness, what? We're appalled. How dare you? That's what the world we've come to, man. Do you realize that? Yeah. We're in a world now where any act of love, forgiveness, or kindness, we're appalled. The world is appalled at that. When it used to be, we were appalled at evil doing. Now, do good, and not only do we get appalled at it, you get hated for doing it. This is a different day we living in, man. Yeah. That's what I gather from this. That's what I see when I see this, man. I mean, because, man, they can't wait to lace the judge, Botham's brother. I mean, they talking to this boy like he ain't lost his brother.
Right. And you don't know how he feels. You have no idea.
Yes.
That's hard, man.
Yeah.
You definitely can't stand in his shoes. You definitely can't stand in his shoes.
Yeah.
So now we mad
at
her.
And also, I saw that interview too as well, and the judge was saying she thought the embrace was okay because the trial was over as well. You know, she didn't do it during the proceedings.
Oh, that's
after it
right.
was
You know,
over.
she been sentenced.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't no I'm going to hug you and then now let me give you a lighter sentence. The sentence was passed down by the jury.
Yeah.
It's nothing you could do. What did the judge do wrong? And the judge gave her a Bible so you can have a purposeful life. She said, do you think my life can still have purpose? This woman just killed somebody. Man, don't you know the hell this woman fitting to catch? She's going to prison as a police officer. You can't have a worse stay. Going to prison as a police officer? Man, this man, please.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to switch gears here. Coming up, more music, more trending topics on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. We'll be back at 20 minutes after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, some trending comedy news, all you comedians. We love comedian and Blackish star Deon Cole. Love me some Deon
Yes, we
Cole.
do.
Well, he's back with a brand new...
My man.
I know, he's so funny.
Saw him at the gas station last week.
Did you really?
Yeah.
He's back with a brand new comedy stand-up special. It is on Netflix.
I saw it.
It's called Cold-Hearted.
Yes, sir.
We
You
love
saw
us
it,
some
Tommy.
Deon Cole. It's funny.
I saw the
I haven't seen it
advertisement
yet.
of it. Yeah, I saw the advertisement of it.
He's just a kid from Chicago.
Cool cat, though, man.
Yes. From my
I've been knowing him a
hometown.
long. I've been knowing him a long time. He's really, man, one of the really, really good comedic minds in the business, man. He puts some unique spins on his work, man. I think y'all should check out this Netflix. I've seen it.
Oh, you saw it on?
Oh, I ain't
Yeah.
I plan to watch it. I haven't seen it yet.
No, I've seen it. It's really, really funny, man.
You know, you can download.
They have it on the plane?
No,
Oh,
you
he
can
got
download
Netflix
it.
on his phone,
On my
dog.
phone, on my iPad.
Ooh, we got to catch your ass.
Look, you can download on your iPad.
Huh?
You can download on your iPad. You know that. No, you don't know that. I don't even know why I said so.
All these private jet flights, you ain't watching nothing.
Steve,
No,
don't let him do
I got a lot of movies downloaded on my iPad. I
Watching
just
Harlem.
watched The Book of Eli again.
Because
Neil
he
don't
didn't
believe his ass.
Dion was Dion.
No, it was
Denzel.
LaVelle.
Uncle Steve didn't know.
All right, look. Anyway, congratulations to Deon Cole. We love you, Deon Cole. Cold-hearted. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I guess that's our cue.
Yeah.
Mourn for Jesus. Just mourn. Lord Jesus. Ain't it good? Lord Jesus. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sister
Morning,
Odelle.
Sister Odelle.
Sister Odelle.
Hey, Carly.
Hey, Sister Odelle. How you doing?
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Junior.
Morning, Sister Odell. It's good to hear from you this morning.
Did you adjust your voice?
No, ma'am.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It pops in and out. It's like it's got a shout in it. Hi, boy.
Yes, ma'am, Sister Odelle. How you doing?
Good. You back to being respectful. That's mighty kind of you.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Shirley.
Well, hello and welcome, Sister Odelle.
Well, girl, it's good to be here. God, oh, God, it's good. Hi.
Amen, Sister Odelle.
Just ran right through me just now.
You know what, Sister Odelle?
Huh?
You know what? We were just talking, and normally, we don't ask people, and I don't want to be disrespectful, like of age, what their dreams are. You know what I mean? We usually reserve that for younger people who have the majority of their life ahead of them. But we wanted to take the time, since you're here, to ask you because surely you still have some dreams.
Well, see, when people gets around my age, they don't call them dreams anymore. They call them bucket lists.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. All right.
Good
Well,
point.
Yeah, see, that's the difference. It ain't just what you want to hurry up and do.
That's what the
You know,
bucket
at
list
this age, you need to start scratching stuff off. You ain't got time to build nothing.
All right, well, then tell us.
Yeah. All your building years is done.
Yeah, that
Yes,
reminds
You
me.
just need to get some money out the bank and go on over there and see it.
All right, so
Okay.
what's on your bucket list, Sister Odelle?
Thinking about marrying LeBron James.
What?
Go ahead.
Not
Really?
Mrs. James, though. Not Mrs. James.
You're just thinking
Yeah,
about it.
Odell James. You know, they said it'll be easy if I married that wide receiver from the Browns, OBJ. Because then my name is already O, and then his name, Junior.
Junior.
Odell Beckham Jr. And see, it'll be just Odell Jr.
Coming up, our last break of the day, and of course, some closing remarks from the one and only, our fearless leader. He's so smart. We love him. Steve Harvey, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, it's been a good hump day, huh?
Yeah, it's been great.
I think so,
Ain't it?
right?
Hump day.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for, Steve.
That's what day it is. Man.
Well, we're on our way to Cancun.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Standing so.
Going back to Indiana.
Sand and
Indiana,
Salt
here I
Festival.
come.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Unc. I appreciate it. I need this.
Ain't no
know,
problem.
right?
Man.
I'll see you down there. Let's
Man.
get on out of here so we can get
Sand
to
and
These
it.
sticks going.
He said, kid, what, John?
Get these sticks going. Yeah.
All right, Steve.
Yeah,
Your turn.
I kind of mentioned it earlier, but just as a closing remark, I want to say this. And I've been thinking about this Botham Jean thing for so long, the reaction of social media to this young boy who forgave this police officer for killing his brother and then asked for a hug. And I've read a lot of the things and watched the comments about the judge coming off the stand and hugging this police officer who killed this young man. And everybody, everybody's upset about this. It seems like. But, I just wanted to say this. And let me tell you something, man. If you want to be upset about it, I understand. If you're a person who couldn't hug somebody who killed your brother, I understand. I do. Because I don't even know that I would have that in me. I know at that particular moment I probably wouldn't. But the fact that I didn't have it in me don't mean that young man can't have it in him. And as we were talking the other day, and I kept listening to a lot of men say, he a better man than me. And the dude that said it was 48, and one of the dudes said it was 30, and another dude said it was 50. And I'm sitting up here at 62, and I'm listening to everybody talk about, well, he's a better man than me. And that made me start to think, wow, at 18, he's already a better man than us? Man, what have we been doing wrong? And I just started thinking about that. But the outcry of hatred and the social media that's going towards this judge, it just caused me to think about this thing again, man. Our world is so filled with hatred now. This is probably the most hateful this world has ever been. I know it's one of the most hateful times I've lived in. Even though times for blacks weren't great when I was a kid, I was sheltered from it to a degree. I saw it on TV. I knew my parents were sitting in at lunch counters and my brothers was nationalists and Panthers. And, I was feeling some kind of way, especially when they killed Dr. King. And I started feeling a disappointment and a dislike for people who didn't like us. And everybody went through that. But this is the most hateful, outward hateful time. And for us as black people, we've seen many of these years. I don't know which is worse, because slavery was definitely one of the greatest atrocities ever perpetrated against a human group of people ever. That's not to knock any other atrocity, because the Holocaust was certainly right there. And I'm pretty sure the Asian Americans feel the same way about being encamped in prisons also during the war. So I'm not comparing it. I'm just saying slavery was vicious. Now, we live in a very hateful time today, and it's so hateful and we've accepted the hatred as normal to the point, everybody, where if anybody does anything kind, if somebody hugs somebody, if somebody forgives somebody, if somebody gives somebody a Bible, if somebody tells them they love them, guess what? That's not the norm anymore, and it's actually frowned upon. You actually get hated on for doing something that's an act of love. Now, what this young man did, it shocked the courtroom. There were people crying in that court. The judge was crying. He was crying. She was crying. But, man, he forgave her. Whether he forgave her at the trial or if he gave her 10 years later, he did it that day. He was a better man than most of us. We all keep saying that. So let's give him credit for being a better man. What's the hate for? What's the hate of the judge for? The sentence had already been passed down. The jury came back and gave her the years. The judge stepped off the thing, hugged her, and gave her a Bible and told her that she has a chance to make something out of her life. That woman said, "You still think I can make something out of my life?" Do you know that this woman is going to prison as a police officer? You know what's fitting to happen to this girl. It ain't no way around that. That's the rules of prison. This girl finna pay. And the fact that you don't know what's going to happen and you want her to pay with more years and all that, it ain't really up to us all the time. Y'all, we have got to stop treating acts of kindness, love, and forgiveness like it's something evil, like it's something wrong. The very thing we should be applauding is the thing that we've now grown to hate. Kindness, love, and forgiveness. It's supposed to be the other way around. It really is. Just think about that, y'all, because I've been forced to think about it since I said he's a better man than me. And how he got to be a better man than me at 18 and I'm 62 kind of threw me a little bit. I'm going to just be real with you. Those are my closing remarks. Yep.
Drop it, baby. Drop
it. Like
it.
Yeah. Say that.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good
Profound.
weekend,
You got
man.
us all.
Think I'm not?
Yeah, we.
You don't want to have a good weekend,
I
don't
want to see all your golf scores when you get back. You understand me, sir?
All we got to do is play.
Man, putt easy. Everybody hit the ball.
Shut up, Junior. Shut up. You don't even know what a club is. Shut up.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.